Part 8, let's jump into sales in the dealership. This is the last section we're going to talk about in this series, Attract and Sell the Millennial Buyer. Do you remember these quick stats from the earlier parts? According to AutoTrader, in 2015, 71% of used car buyers purchased the vehicle they intended. 71%. 77% of new car buyers purchased the vehicle that they intended when they walked on the lot. This is important, right? We have to give a better experience. Everybody knows what they want. They really do. We'll talk about that. That's because, by the way, the reason they knew what they wanted is Google says they've looked at 24 or more sources of information and spent over 19 hours doing research before they ever set foot on your lot. So we need to start treating every buyer, every up, as a connected buyer. And oh, by the way, connected customers know what they want. Remember this slide? A study by McKinsey & Company found that today's buyers visit just an average of 1.6 lots before they buy. That's down from more than 5 lots per buyer in 2004. And DME Automotive says that 42% of new car buyers visited just 1 lot before buying. So we've got to make sure that we're treating that up as a buyer and not just as a tire kicker, because we're not going to get a second chance with a lot of these folks. And guess what? It's all about the experience. Just like service, this is all about the experience. It's about providing a shortened road to the sale that we'll talk about. It's about providing in-store transparency. In-store transparency means the customer knows what the next step is before we take that next step. They know what's going on, right? You're not going back and forth with the desk 8 times. You're not leaving them alone. We're giving them in-store transparency. It's about being human, speaking to them like a human, using active language, telling them what to do. And it's about having a one-goal strategy, which is to wow them at every step. Whatever step we're on, we want to make it the best experience that they've ever had at a dealership. Now, we talked about the 4 quick tips on communicating with today's connected customers in part 1, but 3 of the 4, okay, apply in-store as well, in both service and sales. Today's connected customer, they need you to take charge. They really do. Today's connected customer, they need you to be direct, and they need guidance. See, we must control the entire experience from beginning to end, and if we do, we are going to win way more often than we lose. Now, when we talk about controlling the experience, this requires process, okay? And again, process is not a bad word. This is where the new startups are starting to take shares with process. For processes to succeed, they must be standardized. This means in writing and reinforced by management, okay? They've got to be simple. They should be intuitive and easy to train. If you've got processes that don't make sense, that means they're not intuitive. No one's going to follow them. And if they're not easy to train, no one's going to follow them. So your processes should be simple. They should be repeatable, meaning you will not allow freelancing. It's our process, or you can go work somewhere else. And your processes should be continually improved. Now, standardized, simple, repeatable, continually improved. Does that describe your current processes? Probably not. But to make this a wow experience, customers must see our processes as simple, right? They need to easily understand. It needs to make sense to the customer. They also need to see our process of what we're doing is seamless, right? It's smooth, it's continuous, it's in order. There's never this clunky stop. There's never this time that the salesperson leaves me alone for 25 minutes and I don't know where he is. Our processes also have to have lots of transparency. I'm not talking about pricing transparency right now. I'm just talking about transparency. No mystery in what we're doing. Tell them what you're doing throughout. We're going to take charge. We're going to be direct. We're going to provide guidance. We're going to pull them through our whole process. And your processes should be even fun. Think about this for the consumer. This is a huge purchase for them. It should be fun. So does simple, seamless, transparent, and fun describe the way, is that how customers would describe your current process? See, today's connected customer, they found value and they found relevancy. That's why they showed up on your lot. They're only looking for authenticity now. Today's connected customer is ready to buy. They are not just gathering information. They're going to start their visit. Oh, we're just gathering information. You're our first stop. They're lying. They're absolutely lying. They've looked at 24 sources of information. They've spent more than 19 hours online. They are ready to buy today. So they found value. The vehicle's good value. They found relevancy. That vehicle fits with what we need. Now they show up on your lot. They're looking for authenticity. They're looking for someone to sell them that vehicle. They really are. And again, Cartwright has figured this out. Do you know what Cartwright calls their salespeople? As of today, they call their salespeople guides. Why would they call them guides out loud to the customer? Because they're telling the customer what they're going to do. They're going to guide them through. See, connected customers need you to take charge. They need you to be direct, and they need you to provide guidance. just like we talked about in the earlier parts. Now, these new guys, and I know CarMax isn't new, but I'm putting them up there because we're going to talk about them. These new guys are all about a better experience. Make no mistake, that's how they're selling against you. Vroom says that ordering a car from Vroom is as easy as ordering food. Carvana has that silly vending machine, right, that customers seem to like, but it's a cost, isn't it? But it's a better experience. Shift will bring the car to the customer for the test drive. And CarRight claims, we didn't like the car buying experience, so we started a dealership group. Now, are these new guys taking share? They're still dealers, okay? No matter what their business model, they still buy and they still sell, or they get in the middle of the transaction. They have to make money. They have costs, don't they? Some of you may know BP's on the list. They shouldn't be. BP ran through $149 million before recently just basically folding, right? They were grabbed up by another company. It's like Pets.com. They had their sock puppet bought by someone else. These people are just presenting themselves as anti-dealer. They are dealers. CarRight's a dealer, right? Carvana's a dealer, okay? CarMax is a dealer. A lot like CarMax, that's how these people are presenting themselves. But here's the deal. Are these guys taking shares today? Share in your market today? Maybe, right? CarRight is in some of the markets they're in. CarMax, though, has taken plenty of share, haven't they? Of course, it's taken over 20 years for them to get it right and for them to take the share that they're taking today. But existing dealers, folks, we have the clear advantage. See, you already have the facilities. You've got the service business and you have the name recognition. The flattening market that's coming is not a sky's falling moment. It's not. But it is time to create a better buying experience. And more importantly, believe it or not, is to be known for creating that better buying experience.